Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing from the start. Here's Smith. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's already 2 catches for this guy, and we haven't even seen him hand the ball to him yet, and that's really what these running backs have become in the league. They're really just all-around weapons, and if the ground game's not working, you can go to the air, and vice versa. The more times this guy touches the ball, the better it is for this offense.
And he'll take it on in. Zach Charbonnet. Touchdown, Seattle. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started. Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. On second down, Locke. Down, he'll air one out. That is brought in. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Locke. Now a screen set up for Tracy. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. On play action, Locke. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Jalen Hyatt. Touchdown, New York.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The tight end Fant in motion. Smith to throw on 1st and 10. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he will score.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. They'll start with a run by Tracy. Down the left sideline. He's on his way. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Giants will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Well, now how about this return? Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Here's Hurts to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. Pushing his way through. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Throwing is Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown Eagles. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing now is Locke. Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Locke gonna go on fourth down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's gonna go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession's gonna go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Hurts.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Well, it's one thing to get the interception, and it was a great play, but then you saw how quickly all of his teammates, Charles, turned to find blocks, made sure they had space for him to make the house call.
And not only did they turn and find the blocks, none of them clipped from behind, blocked someone in the back. This play is going to stand. And how about what we see each and every week now? When the defenders make a big play, there's always a group celebration after the takeaway.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go. Oh, another ball up for grabs here, and this one is intercepted.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
After the turnover, here's Locke.
They'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Tracy going to get it on first down.
And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Here's 2nd and 3.
To throw it is Locke. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On play action, Locke. That's taken in by Dulcich. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Locke now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now Locke again. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. Locke staying put. Fourth down, and they're going for it. How about this? They'll change it at the line. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. On fourth down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. This one from 46 yards out. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. So the penalty really winds up hurting him there.
Yeah, it winds up pushing him back. Sure enough, the field goal comes up short.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there. No fear there in the middle of the field.
63.
Back to throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw again on second down. Hurts. It's caught at the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 39 yards there, a big one.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now, he's absolutely shredding them.
Barkley. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL.
Hurts fumbles it. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted. His third of the game. He's on his way. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Giants take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Barkley inside handoff, shreds the tackle. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that fourth down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
A first down carry for Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Again, it's Barkley. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And this defense will take over right at midfield. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. They look to throw. It's Locke. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. They're going to look to throw. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, This intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Running again with Barkley on second down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Locke. Hyatt able to make the catch downfield. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt, 56 yards. And the Giants use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now up to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pass complete. Goddard.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. Big strides. Look at him go. And finally marked down at the 23. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Well, they need to score and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute. 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Giants are going to take over once again.
Greetings from just across the New York-New Jersey border in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. The veteran kicker Graham Gano puts it on the tee. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. To return is Jermichael Hasty. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. First carry for Ramondre Stevenson. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3. On play action, here's May. Airing one out for Bourne. And that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast. And I'll tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Third down, 3 to go. They'll try to run for this. It's Stevenson. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It's 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. They get the conversion with a gain of 22.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points? There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
May to throw on 2nd down. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jalen Pope that time. And it's going to be 3rd down.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. That one on target, and Pope's got it. They get 19 on that pass play. Good for a Patriots 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off the play fake, it's May. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. So after the 5 yards walked off, it is third down and 8. They'll go play action with May. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have two defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball, yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but, man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage. A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On play action, lock. And that is caught. Well, he stayed in bounds. A terrific catch. So, a big one there to start the drive. 31 yards. They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on first down. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Patriots out on top. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Here's a 2nd and 12. Now it's Tracy looking to run. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Lock out of the shotgun. And he's in. Jalen Hyatt. Touchdown, Giants. Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. He's got it. And the Giants move out to a 7-3 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. To return, it's Antonio Gibson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. To throw on first down is May. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. It's May. This is intercepted. Picked off by Cordell Flock.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. On first down is Locke. He finds Johnson across the field. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice. But it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did in a touchdown.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, here comes Gibson. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On first down, they'll start out with Stevenson. And he'll take this to about the 28. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. Second and 7. Throwing is May. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is May. High throw, but it's reeled in. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
He's going to have the first down. An aggressive call there. It works out as they convert on 4th down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practice. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Airing one out for Bourne. And this will be tracked down and intercepted. Picked off by Cordell Flott. And the Giants are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Open man downfield. That's Neighbors. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
One final throw before the break. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it is Tyrone Tracy. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10. A carry here for Tracy. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down. Slayton is the man in motion. From the gun, it's Locke. That's into the hands of his receiver, Hyatt. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. Here's Locke to throw. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Off the play fake, it's Locke. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And the Patriots are going to get the football here as it'll come out to the 20. and 10, here's May. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Deontay Banks. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
There's really no other way to put it, Mike. This has just been a rough outing for the young rookie quarterback, and I think everyone understands going into these games, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be learning moments that these guys are going to gain that they can only gain through experience. The problem is, it's really hard to have positive learning experiences when you throw 3 picks. He's got to see the field better. He's got to anticipate better. And ultimately, he just needs to play better for his offense
to the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jabril Peppers. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. To throw now, May. He's got his man, Keyshawn Boutte. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On second down, it's May. Going for it all. He's got it. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. This one complete to Bourne. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. I'll give up the middle to Stevenson. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll run it here with Stevenson. And he will score. Game on. Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, New England. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
That is incomplete. And the two-point conversion is unsuccessful. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's first and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. What can they do here on third down and 7? To throw is Locke. He manages to get the throw away and completes it into space. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Malik. Just across the Hudson from downtown Manhattan, we welcome you inside MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Avery Williams on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Another run here for Robinson. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
That's complete. He's got it to London. Still on his feet. And he will go all the way. Drake London. Touchdown, Atlanta. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This returnable from the 4. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. They'll come up now for second down and 4. They go play action. It's Watt. That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Now, faking the give, and he'll let it go deep for Johnson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. First and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there.
And it'll bring up second down.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
On second down, here's Penix. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. And the Giants will take over at their own 15.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
On the give, it's Tracy. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
From the gun on third down is Locke. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. 7-0 is our score. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Locke to throw on 1st and 10. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one good for 29.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
On the ground, here's Tracy. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Tackle made by Nate Landman. Here's a 2nd and 9. Locke out of the shotgun. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll go. It's Locke. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. And the Falcons will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
right, so that's consecutive drives now. You've come out here and thrown interceptions. I think at this point, Mike, it's time to run the ball. It's time to give this offense a little bit of a reset, settle this quarterback down. And if nothing else, let's cool off this secondary. They are flying to the ball. They are taking chance after chance. Let's remove them from the defense for a while. Make them...
Now a loose football. One of the Giants has it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And a mistake by the young quarterback, and this defense gobbles it up and takes it in for the score.
You know, Mike, unfortunately, this is sometimes just the reality of playing with a rookie quarterback behind center. You're going to get a lot of magic. You're going to get a lot of fun moments, but you're also going to get a little bit of this learning curve, understanding sometimes just it's better to live to play another day. Get the ball out of your hand. Don't take the hit. Don't take the sack. And definitely don't cough up the ball.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Ray McLeod on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Throwing now, Penix on first down. That's caught! And he will dive into the end zone. 72 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We do.
Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Tracy. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the key factors for having success in the run game, Mike, is winning at the point of attack. And what that means is every play, the linemen and all the blockers, they understand where the back is going to start and then where the back could end up. And having a good understanding of that and how it pertains to the defense is how you gain your advantage to have big plays like this.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now Locke. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. On play action, Locke, and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Interesting strategy, play action on that down and distance. Remember, the threat of play action is all based on down and distance. That is a pass down all day, and the defensive line didn't even spend 1 second worrying about that play fake. They were in a race to the quarterback.
On 4th down, Locke. That's taken in. And he will have a Giants first down, and it's a big letdown there defensively. Somehow they allow them to convert on 4th and long. From the gun, it's Locke. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
A second down throw for Locke. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Johnson. Oh, big hole, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, New York. Using the tight end to get to the end zone. Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
McLeod now to return. Now an opening past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. Now the lefty Penix on first down. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away. But go down as an incompletion.
One of the biggest differentiators for a lot of these defenders, Mike, is a lot of them can stay in tight coverage. But where the special guys separate themselves is what do they do once the ball is in the air? They almost turn into offensive players with their ability to track it. And this is a great example here. Why?
And this will be incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate.
That one intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop, look off the safety, hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Nathan Landman.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last two throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next two drives, come out here, establish the run, go some ground and pound. Let's settle things down offensively and regroup for the rest of this game.
It's a gain there of 26 yards. Plant. It's Penix. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Ray McLeod. Touchdown, Falcons.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. Tracy now to return it. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Falcons are in the lead. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He gets swarmed under. Doesn't even get to the 15.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Slayton is the man in motion. Quick throw here is complete. And they're going to get him down right at the 25.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Locked to throw on first down. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Slayton is the man in motion. On 2nd down, Locke. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up, Mike. You can see he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes. And once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 2-yard gain.
So on 4th down, out is Jamie Gillen to punt for the Giants. To return is Williams. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down.
At their own 18-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. That's to the right side and incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Cordell Flott. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up 1st and goal.
So you find yourself with a lead here in the second half, and up until this point, I think he's done a pretty good job being a contributor to that, but you don't want to give the defense a chance to spark the comeback. You're trying to put them away late, protect the ball, safe throws. Don't be afraid to get to your check down. One bad read, one forced throw can be all you need to flip this game on his head and find yourself going with a lead late to falling behind.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, Giants. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go, take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. McLeod now to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. On first down, it's Penix. Now, deep ball for London. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. In trouble, and down he goes. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. From the gun, it's Penix. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, like living in these third and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Fourth down, and here's Penix. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Right to the air is Burrow. That's caught. Andre Yoshivas. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man is Yoshivas. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here's 2nd and 3. Burrow will throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Here's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. To the air again, Burrow. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Giants will take over here just shy of the 30. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
They'll start with a run by Tracy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Right back to Tracy. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
7 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Locke on the bootleg. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Locke going to go on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
some of the most unselfish players on any football team? Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
That is caught. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. To throw it is Locke. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Muscles by at the 25. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And they put it on the ground here. Drive, and of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Complete to his giant Jalen Hyatt. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jalen Hyatt, 61 yards. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Quick slant caught by Chase. Now the Bengals going to use the first.
Timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now it's Burrow. That one caught by all, the tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And connects quickly to Jamar Chase. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
Again, it's Burrow. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Now Locke. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, he tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go in at the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points. While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Locke gonna throw.
There's a short one caught by Johnson.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Block off a play action. That one taken in by Neighbors. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Locke working out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And that one complete downfield to Johnson. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. The end result, 21 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now a short one to Gesicki. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now Burrow.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now it's Burrow. Got a man. It's Brown. Well, first down screen pass, good for 5.
From the 21, here's the 2nd and 5.
And And Burrow going to throw again. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Chase Brown from 21 yards away. And the Bengals are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's DJ Turner who's got it. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Burrow. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Burrow will throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Lock to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll hand it to Tracy. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
At the 37-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll actually throw it with Locke. That is intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. I'm surprised with the lead in a one-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Burrow. That one caught by all, the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. That's to his tight end, all. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Throwing, Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. To throw, Burrow. That's caught at the 1. And he is in for the 2. I still can't believe they went for it, but they've got themselves a lead here late in the ball game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here's 1st and 10. Lock to throw. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Locke. That's caught inside the 20. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Oh, what a play. You got to use one of those timeouts.
So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Gano's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
This is 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Pass complete to Higgins. And he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Here's Burrow. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Giants have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the 4th quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.